Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Olde Brick Theater. I'm Lawrence Pugliese, and this is the 2016 Holiday Extravaganza for Stories, Wisdom, and Recipes. We've been doing this for about 16 years. It's a pleasure to have you folks with us, and I'd like to thank Paige and Bob Belitsky for letting us use the Olde Brick Theater, and also Electric City Television for taping this in front of a live studio theater audience. Yeah.
Oh, yay.
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 Now, before we get started, I just want to set the tone, I guess. We are here to make the North Pole great again. And no, but seriously, if you voted for Donald Trump, you should probably shut off the TV and read some books, like Jane Jacobs, Howard Zinn, John Maynard Keynes, maybe a little Rousseau, Sojourner Truth, Mother Jones, Eisenhower, Tocqueville, Sontag, Sondheim, Malcolm X, Christ, Kris Kringle, Buddha. I'm presently reading the unauthorized biography of Benito Mussolini. And yeah, I know, I'm an elitist. I'm an elitist. I read. I know. No, I'm just teasing you folks. Come on, let's not get too heavy. We're all citizens. We're all in this together. I love you. We're about to share a great tradition in northeastern Pennsylvania, a satire about the North Pole. And we're going to start off with a great tune by the Children's Latin Jazz Ensemble. And I'm going to pass the hat because we have to keep this wonderful theater going. So whatever you have to kindly donate, please put in the hat. And ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Children's Library Latin Ensemble. Marko, Cinco, Uptown Nicky Hernandez, Tommy Mustachio Hamilton, and Robert Velez.
Yay. Oh, the boys in the band.
And yeah, the boys in the band. You like the boys in the band.
I like the boys in the band.
This is Stella Bells. Stella Bells is our aspirant Elfina replacement. You'll hear more about Elfina as we get into our conversation with this gentleman, Ralph Zippoli, who is the consigliere to Nick the Claus and Santa Claus as well for elf management. But I got a Twitter here from Donald Trump. He says I'm ridiculous. He says I'm ridiculous. I got a tweet. Yeah.
Do you want me to go drop some cookies on his butt?
Yeah, drop some cookies on his butt.
I'll go make a move on him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stella Bells.
Oh, yeah.
So Ralph, let's get to you. How's Santa doing?
Santa's getting old.
He's getting old? How many years?
Oh, he's about 300 and maybe 33.
333.
Yeah. He's running out of Santa years. Maybe every 300 years we do need a new Santa. They're grooming. We're grooming a little bit more for a new Santa.
Yeah. Carmela? Is Carmela involved in that grooming?
Carmela's out of the scene. Carmela wasn't doing a good job, okay? Carmela is a supervisor of the Christmas dust mine.
Right.
We found she's more valuable there, swinging a pick, It was either there or go back to Bunker Hill. She chose the mine. All right.
Yeah, she was
the mine.
Carmela was basically Mrs. Claus for a stint.
Yes, and they brought her back twice, and she just could never. First of all, she couldn't keep her hands off the elves.
In what sense? Like sexual?
No, not sexual at all.
She bounces those puppies around.
Yeah, Stella can tell you.
Oh, yeah, it's a blast.
I mean, we lost many elves when she was cooking sauce. Many elves.
Yeah. Right in?
Sometimes.
Right in. Yeah.
Sometimes, pork. Pork is, it's rare, the North Pole.
Elves.
Next is elf,
Elves.
So back to Santa. He's not doing so well. He's on his way out. His medical condition. Then do you have a report for us?
Santa, a few years ago, you recall the Ice Palace, the Royal Ice Palace he lives in. He required no carpets.
Yeah, I do.
Well, it started about 3 years ago. He refuses to wear shoes in the house. He got frostbite in both feet. Ah. Yeah. Now one had to be removed. Oh. Now we didn't tell that to anyone. It was okay. The elves at the North Pole Surgery Center, they with limited supplies, we did manage to put a nice 4x4 pressure treated stump for him. Okay. And we even doctored it up. We painted it red. We put a boot on the end. It was pretty good. Walked a little funny, fell a lot, but it wasn't too bad.
But he duct tape it back on.
Yeah.
Duct tape.
Duct tape, yeah.
We got plenty of that too.
Yeah.
But anyway, he didn't like it. Well, it just so happened this year he got really two things happened. He likes doing the polar bear plunge. And he got frostbite again in the other foot. And it was okay, it was coming along okay, but then he was wolverine hunting, and he got caught in a wolverine trap.
So the same foot?
Yeah, so boom, we had to take it off, and we had to make a decision. So what happened was the toy elves and the elves at the Northeast Surgery Center, or the North Pole Surgery Center, all got together and decided to try and do something for Santa to get him around without 2x4s, okay, or 4x4s. So we came up with this. It was and now don't think it's
Go Red Ryder.
He's happy with it. He's very happy with it. And also, I might add that these wheels can be exchanged with skis, which comes in handy.
Nice
the North Pole, and they can also be exchanged with these hoofs that we developed out of erector sets. Everything we use is from toys, and he can climb up mountains sort of like a goat. Okay.
Right.
And we did develop some rubber flippers for him, so when he wants to swim, and you should see him swim.
Is he a good swimmer?
Very good swimmer, especially with his clothes on. He's amazing. Yeah, everything just gets absorbed, and he just flies through everything.
I'm wondering, how does he handle the pain?
Just the old dust.
The dust
Pounds down and that takes all the pain away, and you can see him smiling.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's
smiling.
jolly.
He's still those Beaver teeth we put in him years ago are still holding in there.
yeah.
Still, still holding in there pretty good. So, it's working out well for him. But
It's a beautiful
His
thing.
balance. I hear someone from the audience saying, "How's his balance?"
his balance.
Yeah.
Ball bearings and
It took a while, just as we all had trouble with the two-wheeler bike at first, right? It's taken a while, but he's doing quite well. He's doing quite well.
At 300 and some odd years old, you might add.
and 300 and some odd pounds.
And 300 some odd pounds. Yeah.
But
Balance.
we did have problems. Practicing for the midnight run,
And that's Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve. We do practice for that, and he was flying off roofs like crazy. I mean, we were finding him 3-4 blocks away. It wasn't any good. So we were wasting too much time. We figured we'd waste too much time. So we brought in his stepbrother, Nick, and
The claws.
Nick the Claus, and Nick is his stepbrother, and Nick's taken over. Nick is a good man for getting us out of the black, so to speak. We're in dire straits money-wise because Santa's always traveling around and giving things away.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah. We have no room for that kind of stuff.
Right, we had to make a few adjustments, and now we run it like a business. Santa's still involved, but he's just happy, rolling around and
Snorting the dust.
snorting some dust and eating some cookies, and Stella.
he likes my cookies.
Yeah, Stella bakes him some cookies.
Sure, in more ways than one.
Just
yeah.
drop them.
Puts a little something special in there and falls asleep. We're okay,
Stella stuff.
Now, so Nick has really moved to the forefront, okay?
So he's taken over basically the operation of the
Yeah.
North Pole, where Santa is a figurehead.
Exactly. Now,
Okay.
now Santa does get help from Queen Elfina. She does.
She doesn't.
She doesn't like Queen Elfina too much. She wants to take her job.
I know.
But I mean,
Yeah.
Queen Elfina lays eggs. I really don't.
I lay
understand,
cookies.
We need eggs.
What would you
because
rather, cookies or eggs?
Out of the eggs come the elves.
He just wanted to be laid, is all I think.
Out of the elves come the eggs.
Oh my!
Now, occasionally Santa
Eats the
eats
cookies.
a few of the eggs, which is bad.
He doesn't
Okay?
know? Why does he do that?
Santa's has a pretty hearty appetite, and he just, he sees an egg, he starts pounding away at it, and she's a little upset over that. So we have to make an adjustment there too. But she's doing a good job doing the daily activities, helping Santa out.
Do we have any?
Well, Elfina, I'm sure people have seen her before. She's Queen of the Elves, okay? Boom.
Elfina the Queena.
Yeah, Queen of the Elves.
Now-
yes.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Elfina, Stella, come on.
Stella!
Yes, boy. I don't know.
See,
I need a little TLC.
Would you hold that, please?
So, Queena, Elfina the Queena,
Yes.
and Stella, a little bit of
She
tension.
wants her job.
Yeah, the eggs.
Now,
yeah.
okay, Queen here looks very relaxed, okay? She just laid a few eggs, fine. But, I mean, to actually lay the eggs, it's a difficult thing, all right? And she's been doing it for years, and people don't understand, an elf consists of a lot of cartilage. We've talked about that before.
that in the past.
Elfina is sort of like a queen bee. Everybody, takes care of her, and some magical process, she lays eggs. And that's why she's looked upon as, now, I don't know how you can fill her shoes, okay?
Well, because I
First
lay
of all,
cookies.
they're size 15, right?
Well, she could lay the eggs. She could hatch the elves.
Right,
I'll feed them cookies, and I'll be Santa's arm candy.
okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I think
she's-
that's a
she's out of the
respectable
picture.
position. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
something.
I
yeah.
mean, come on, elf eggs, cookies. Which
you
would
need
you
both,
rather?
really. You need both for real.
Oh, and this could provide them with extra collagen.
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 Well,
Collagen.
Santa likes
Bouncy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. makes
eggs, not exactly elf eggs, but I'm sure he's eaten a few. He didn't mean to, but when he's
Right.
hungry, he's ravenous. So.
Well, let me. I mean,
But
I wanna
Elfina
get back
smells
to-
like fish. I smell like cookies.
She does smell like fish. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
But that has to do with the Walrus soap. We'll get into that later.
I smell like cookies.
Yeah. Now, Nick the Claus. I want to ask you more about Nick the Claus.
Nick the Claus.
His take on things, it seems, as you mentioned, more business.
It is. And I
Business
think we
oriented.
needed that over the
Could
past
you give
few
me
years.
some examples of how this is happening? What is he doing? What kind of new programs? What kind of new approaches?
Well, the first thing
Philosophy.
is he's given respect to a lot of the elves. Okay.
That's Nick the
This
Claus?
is Nick the Claus. Yes, he's given respect to a lot of the elves. He awards them if they do a good job. If they're good earners, okay, he rewards them with a higher rank.
Good earners.
Yes, earners. Like when we go into a home on Christmas. Okay, we're leaving them all kinds of gifts, but we got to take a little something, you know. And we figure we take a little something out of every home. Nothing special. Maybe a gold ring. That's been around for 100 years or so. Maybe a nice flat TV, 60-inch TV. Or,
Not much.
Maybe like a computer, an iPad. Just little things like that.
iPads are good.
Yeah, and then we fence them. It's okay. That's where I come in.
That's where you come in.
Yes.
So that's the good earners. It was one of the programs, one of the policies Nick is
Yes.
implementing
Yes.
to make things more profitable at the North Pole.
He also names Elf of the Year.
Elf of the Year.
Elf of the Year, right?
What gets you that, being a good earner?
Well, the first thing you do, you get your birthday off.
You get your birthday off.
Yeah, you get your birthday off, and you're given higher rank, much higher rank. You might make yourself a lieutenant, okay? Which might mean you lead the group into a home. First elf into a home can grab the first thing he sees if he wants, okay?
Well, you got me wondering into the homes. How does Santa get down the chimney with the wheels?
Well, like I said, we're having a problem with Santa with the wheels. And a lot of homes don't have chimneys, okay? A lot of homes have to be broken into. And we've developed a bunch of commando elves.
Commando.
Commando elves, and they can get into homes quite well. Yeah, we still do have the Imperial Snow Guard, but they're too devastating. They burn homes down. But the Commando Elves now,
I'm gonna hold Nick.
thank you.
You're
The Commando Elves and they're a happy lot, and they break into homes, and they do it nicely. They make sure that they shut the door after they go whatever, but they break in and they look for the nicest stuff and take a few items. That's all. But we kind of borrow them in a sense.
So they're sort of an elite group of elves
Yes.
for Nick the Claus.
Yes, they are.
And is Santa privy to all these changes? Does he care? Is he concerned? Does he chime in?
Not anymore.
No.
No, not anymore. He's
Looped on dust.
yeah. He's just happy now. He is. He's just happy. He's happy that the North Pole still exists. That people still believe in Christmas, and he's also happy to still make public appearances, even on his wheels.
Does he have a love? I mean,
Those, well, he's been out with,
enough said.
Yeah.
Enough. I got you. I got you.
No, wait a minute. Are you still seeing Frosty the Snowman, though?
Occasionally.
Okay. Oh boy.
And Nick.
Oh boy. Oh.
Is it true
Was
that
he impressed with his carrot?
It's the magic hat.
Magic carrot, whatever. Okay.
magic? Is it true that Santa could just be, since he's kind of a celebrity, he could just grab whomever he wants, whenever he wants?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the Santa. He's been doing that for years. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's innate in a Santa Claus. Yeah. You've seen he's taken on 50, 60 wives in the past 100 years, 200 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like Marko.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
But
Marko.
yeah.
Sorry, Aaron.
It's
So the elves. Do elves ever get left behind?
Oh, yeah.
Do they ever get left behind?
We've had a problem with the elves being left behind, oh my God, over the past, 40, 50 years. They do get left behind occasionally. There's a few things you can do when an elf is left behind. You can keep them if you'd like, if they're nice. You can use them as sort of like a little slave. They're very good at cleaning, and they're very good at like fixing things, fixing tools and toys and stuff like that. They're okay at that. They're very bad at babysitting. They'll have the kids doing all kinds of weird things. All you have to do is give them some ginger snaps and a bottle of rock and rye a day, and they're okay. But they can be pretty nasty too. But if you want to send them back, every elf that goes out on the Christmas Eve run, we supply them with this flax jacket, okay? And if you flip it around their head, and they'll let you do it if they're, drunk or something like that. The return address is on the back of the North Pole, all right?
Ah.
You just flip it over the head, and it kind of wraps it and snap it, and they're in a ball then. You just drop them in the mailbox.
And they'll go right back to Nick the Claus.
Oh, within maybe 2 months or so. Now you might want to sneak a box of ginger snaps, and maybe 2 bottles of rock and rye in there, so they can make it back. Some of them over the years have not made it back.
They become chewy toys for
They have
dogs.
a really rough time in homes sometimes.
Chew
Also,
toys.
they're left behind. Some of the they're like the cartilagey stuff. Sometimes dogs get a chew of them, and it's like playing with those leather bones there,
That's that.
And they kind of like that, and
Yeah.
it's
Travesty,
it's-
really.
Yeah, it's a sad thing.
Sad thing. Now, I heard you're developing new elves. Is that true?
Yes, we're always trying to develop a larger elf. That elf there with the crowbar and stuff, we pumped him up on roids galore just to try and change his mind totally. Just totally break into a home, no problem. If a man gets up and starts screaming, he catches the bar across his head, there's no problem there, A dog has a problem with him, there's no problem with a dog. Those guards, commandos are very good and trained, but you don't want them all doing that, okay? So we tried to develop a larger elf that, and we're trying to, we got together with our North Pole Surgery Center and also our toy department. And, they put their heads together and they decided that maybe a walrus, okay, would be the answer. Large walrus, strong, whatever, swims, okay. So we took the sperm of a walrus many years ago, and we injected it into a female elf, okay? And we got some results.
What a
And there was
visual that just gave me.
Well, that's okay. We do have something like that, okay? Yes. Now they are.
Yeah, that's what I pictured.
Yep.
They're cute.
They eat fish. They love fish. They will not eat the cookies and the rock and rye. They're larger than the normal elf. They're called wolves.
Wolves.
Yes, wolves. And they're a little noisy when you're taking them on into homes on that Christmas Eve ride.
How so?
They get excited and they bounce.
Well, not only the bounce, they start slapping their hands and clapping, especially if they see an aquarium, a little small aquarium. They eat all the fish, and then they start. Now all this noise awakens, a dog or a cat.
You got to send the commando elves in there.
And then a commando elf has to be there to take care of that situation. Yeah. So, but they're very good swimmers, and you wouldn't want to get slapped with one. They hurt when they slap you. But they're very good with the deer. For some reason, they're very good with the deer and whoever else is pulling.
You mean like Rudolph and Prancer and all?
Yeah, those deers are long gone. Their offspring are. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, their offspring, and they're a hardy bunch. Now and then, though, we're going to lose a deer here through sickness, and we have to fill them in. And many times we don't have reindeer to fill in, so we use mooses.
Moose?
2 or 3 mooses. Yeah, they're big, strong, but a moose is they're a pain. They're noisy on the roof. They pound. They put holes in the roof. Yeah, they pick on the deer. They pick on the deer.
They don't get along?
No personality with a moose at all.
None.
None.
No.
You'll never see a moose smile. Never. But, you know, it's...
But they make good moose munch.
Look, whatever.
Munch. What is
Moose
that?
munch.
But it's a treat. It's a treat.
Made out of moose meat?
No, I don't
Sort
think.
of. It's,
no,
you know,
it's
it's
made
a
out of the
combo.
moose's. Well, let's just say.
Stuff.
Yeah, stuff.
It's a trade secret?
Yeah.
Yeah, just use your imagination.
They
But we
leave it
will-
as
things
compensation
get
for the
tough at
holes
the
in the
North
roof.
Pole.
I understand.
Yes,
So you have these new elves.
right. We're developing these more, and hopefully by next year, their hands will be a little bit more. They're terrible at toys.
Making them?
Oh, they can't make a toy.
No?
We even tried them with Play-Doh. They're terrible.
Well,
You know?
we talked about the elves a bit, and we talked about how Santa's getting up there in age,
Yeah.
and he doesn't have feet anymore and such.
Well.
So you're looking to groom, from my understanding, you're looking to groom someone else to take his place. Who is
Yes.
that? Who are you?
There's
grooming?
always somebody in the background. Nick has a son, okay?
Nick the Claus has a son.
Yeah, Sonny Claus.
Sonny
okay?
Claus.
Yeah, Sonny Claus. And he's,
Is he a hothead?
yeah, he's,
He's cute.
Oh,
yeah.
You like the bad boys.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
do.
She does. She gets around. But,
That's
her
why
right.
you like me.
That's her right. You don't have to bring that
It's
up.
my charm.
She can do whatever she likes. You're intimidated by a strong woman.
no.
Or elf, I should say.
It's my elfin magic.
It is.
But anyway,
You're blushing.
it is.
He is.
where were we?
Well, Sonny,
Sonny, yes.
Sonny the Claus.
He's being groomed. Now,
Yeah.
so far he's too young, too.
Or Sonny Claus, sorry.
But he's being taken on a midnight run. He's observing how everything is handled in a home. Okay, he's learning how to ride a reindeer bareback. You have to do that.
Who's bareback?
One of the deer. You have to, just in case Santa Claus has a problem. Okay, say Santa has a heart attack or a seizure right there in the sleigh. Many people cannot jump on a deer and lead them because that's what you have to do. Sonny's being trained to do that. Sort of like CPR at the North Pole.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. This is fascinating. So Sonny, how many years before he takes over the reins,
Oh,
literally?
Maybe 4 or 5.
4 or
I'd
5.
say 4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. By
Yeah.
the way, you enjoying the conversation with Ralph Zippoli? I hope you are. Very insightful stuff here on Stories, Wisdom, and Recipes.
I don't like to share a lot of it, but I know
We got them all, you know.
you're an inquisitive group, and you know, I'm being prompted here, and
Don't forget about
So-
the home audience.
I could be punished heavily when I go back. I don't know. The Imperial Snow Guards are still kind of run everything there. That's a danger.
Well, I want to get to a point where we sort of understand where we're going next.
Imperial Snow Guard.
Imperial Snow Guard.
We only have one of them. We used to have 3. They rust up. They're very expensive to build. They just obliterate you. They just, you know, so.
They were an experiment
they're
gone bad, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that Nick the Claus as well that put that?
No, that was Santa.
Santa.
Santa got upset over his elves going on strike that year, and
They were bad.
yeah.
Is the North Pole a right to work region?
No,
No.
You're born an elf. You're gonna work unless you decide to stay back in the States. But that's a gruesome choice. They usually don't last very long. You don't see. I mean, we've looked back and we've checked the records for years and years. Many of our elves that have been left behind. There's
don't
no
do
bank
well.
presidents.
No
You know,
president.
yeah, or astronauts. There really isn't. So
Dog toys, basically.
yeah, basically dog toys.
Or
So-
cookie makers.
Yeah, or a cookie.
Well, that's respectable. That's respectable. Elf on the shelf?
He's a sellout.
Yeah, they're
Sell
sellouts.
out.
Elves on the shelf.
Yeah. They were supposed to give back, but they just kept.
They just kept.
They stayed cozy all winter.
They got corrupted.
Yeah, they did.
They got
They
corrupted.
did. They watched
a
TV
shame.
and stuff. Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the future of the North Pole of this particular Santa Claus. Where are we going next in the ways of Christmas?
Well, Christmas will always be with us, and I think Nick the Claus has brought it to a point where it's doable and it's run like a business, and I think we can all get behind him. And I hope we can all get behind him in spite of, everything that he stands for, all right? We know he was a little corrupt and he tried to take over years ago, okay? We know that happened. But Santa's in no position to run the North Pole now. And who would have thought 20 years ago we'd need commando elves to help, right? But people, start building homes with no fireplaces. What are you going to do? Got to bring the crowbar out.
Hey, honey, what if they were to do like a reality show? Like there was that one that fella did, The Apprentice?
Yeah.
Like the elf, help me here. Come on. Nick could run it. Do a reality series.
You understand one thing. Elves are not that important until one day nobody thinks
Neither
about
are the
an elf.
Kardashians, and
Does
look at what it
anybody
did
here
for
think
them.
about an elf in the summer? Where's my summer elf? Oh, you don't.
No.
Yeah, but you could put them in bathing suits.
You love the elves.
Right, good point. I hear what you're saying, but she has it's something to take into consideration. Bring it back to Nick the Claus, see what he has to say. You never know. And I want to congratulate you, Stella. I know you've been sort of tapped by the president-elect to be the ambassador to the North Pole at the UN.
Yes.
So thank you so much for being willing to take on that position.
Let's hear it for the elves.
Yeah.
We're just jolly.
I might add,
And
eventually when an elf has seen his final days,
we don't like that.
all right,
This
is elf jerky. This is an elf's last Christmas gift to the world. All right, it's elf jerky. I'd like to also show you a picture of an elf after retirement, after they're just about done. And we do give them a home, all right? All right, we give them a home. All right, they're happy, all right? They're a little beat up, of course. Many, lose a leg, a deer will bite that off, a moose will stomp on your head, So, but it's not an easy life. It's not an easy life.
No,
Unless you work your way up.
It's not just Christmas. It's all year round. They're dealing with tough stuff. And I appreciate all the work you do, Ralph Zippoli. Will you stay here with us for a while longer? We're going to have Mr. Signore Stivala come up and share a recipe. We're going to go through the naughty and nice list from all of our contributors here on stage, and some more music as well. So it'd be nice to have you stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Ralph Zippoli.
Yay!
Yeah. And now we go back to Marko Cinco, Uptown Nicky Hernandez, Tommy Mustachio Hamilton, and Robert Velez, a.k.a. the Children's Library Latin Jazz Ensemble, with another holiday tune for your enjoyment. Another excellent tune performed by the Children's Library Latin Jazz Ensemble. Christmas time is here. Christmas is here. It's so nice to have you guys with us. And Tommy, we have a tradition. You know, you keep us up to date year to year about this little weird sort of connection you have with an elf.
Yes. Well, as you know, last year, I sort of came to an agreement with the elf. Eddie is his name, actually. We sat down and talked a little bit. We came to an agreement. He said, listen, Tom, if you give me a case of your CDs, you could just keep the flute and we'll put this to bed and that'll be it.
The flute that you stole from him.
Initially, I did steal from him, and he's been trying to get it back every Christmas Eve. So I figured this year I could just go to sleep, it'll be cool, nothing's gonna happen. But he shows up at my house Christmas Eve, and he goes, I want the flute. I'm like, well, what do you mean? You know, we had an agreement, I gave you the CDs. He goes, well, you know what, the CDs really weren't that good, you know. You guys didn't do any Skinnerd. I'm like, well, what do you mean? You know, this is original jazz music. He goes, well, I'm taking the flute. So at this point, my dog Cece bounces into action, takes a hunk out of Eddie, and Eddie ran out of the house. He said, I'll be back. So that's what happened last Christmas Eve. So
Wait and see.
the saga continues.
The saga continues. Oh, Tommy, thank you for that. Are you worried?
I got Cece around, so I think I'll be cool. She's tasted them before, you know.
She's got a taste for Eddie now.
She does.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Chewy toys.
Yeah, chew toys.
Chewy toys.
Tommy Mustachio Hamilton, and I mean, Eddie, is he someone you have under control up there?
Eddie is a rogue elf.
He's a rogue elf.
Eddie's a rogue elf. We won't even. Normally, we'd send a commando in there to straighten everything out, but
Yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
No, we will not. You just let your dog. What's his name?
Cece.
Let Cece turn Eddie into a little boy.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you.
Hey, what does a dog and a house have in common?
What?
A roof. A roof.
Oh, Marko.
Well, I thought I'd clean it up.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Marko,
I thought I'd clean it up a little bit.
So we have at the table. I don't know if you've noticed, ladies and gentlemen, the legend.
A legend.
He's the legend. He's been doing this. He's been doing this program for years with us, and he shares a holiday recipe, one of his own. It's coming from a book that he had made for his children as a Christmas gift several years back. Chiffa Chaff, right? Is that the name of the?
That's it. That's the recipe.
It's nice to have you here, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Lawrence, very much.
How's the wine?
It's very good. Just what you need. You know, keep
For this show.
keep moving.
Yeah, for this show.
Keeps things flowing.
Yeah.
Everything's okay then? Things going all right?
Everything's good. I have no complaints.
Yeah, well, you know, as you mentioned, the wine is just what you need. We give everybody in the audience the wine before
Yeah, a
we
little
start.
taste.
Yeah, so. But the chip and chop, where does this come from? Is this a family recipe?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it's from Grandma or from my mother. I don't know how many generations it goes back, but it's an old recipe, and it's just something that we have in our family for a good number of years.
Chip and chop. So it's from your mother's side of the family.
Well, we don't know.
You're not even sure of that. No.
No,
Could be from your father's side.
could be from my father, yeah.
Okay, so you're Stivala. What was your mother's maiden name?
Germano.
Germano. So it could be a Germano or who knows.
Yeah.
Going back. And what is it? A meat dish? Is it
It's a dunking dish.
a dunking dish?
Yeah, you like to dunk?
I do. The bread, rip the bread.
Yeah,
I love.
Yeah. Well, you'd like this recipe because that's what this is, and it's hot. So if you like hot food, and I don't mean warm hot, I mean hot.
Right.
and
Spicy hot.
spicy hot. And you could control that depending on how many hot peppers you use. You know, very simple recipe. Cooks up very simply. And before you know it, you're eating.
You're dunking.
You're dunking away.
Dunking away. Would you share the ingredients, or is that a secret?
Yeah, no, that's no secret.
That's no secret?
No. Let me get my book because I don't want to leave anything out. Okay, the ingredients. And you could alter these a little bit. 4 center cut pork chops. There's no law about using 5. You know, it depends how much you like to eat the pork. 2 28-ounce cans of plum tomatoes. 6 hot cherry peppers. Or a few more if you like. That too is optional. 1/2 cup of white wine, dry white wine. Some olive oil and a sprinkle of salt. Now, the first thing you do is cut the chops in bite-sized pieces and remove the fat from the meat. Reserve some of the meat on the bone and chop up tomatoes and reserve contents of each can. Heat a large skillet, add olive oil to medium hot pan, and then add your pork, being sure not to include the bones. Well, you could if you want, but it's not necessary. Brown well, remove the meat to a serving platter, pour all but 2 tablespoons of fat out and add your wine. Scrape the bottom of the pan, the brown bits of the pan, return the meat to the pan and simmer for several minutes covered. Wine should cook down to a few tablespoons. Add the cherry peppers and saute with the pork for a few minutes. Add the tomatoes and continue. Each can a bit of salt. Bring to a boil, lower it then to a simmer. Cook, stirring once in a while. Cover slightly for about 20 or 30 minutes. And that's it. And you serve it with a nice crusty loaf of Italian bread. Yeah. Oh, it's delicious. Like I said, for you people who are dunkers, this is it. And then
Wine? Any
a
wine?
nice glass of red wine. Yeah, and it's simple. You have it together in no time.
It sounds simple.
Yeah.
I'm very hungry right now. Thank you.
Yeah, but it does. It makes you hungry.
And all we have is the elf jerky.
Well, that is better than nothing. Sure.
So, I want to get on to, oh man, it's President-elect Trump again telling me you are so unaware of what is the facts. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry about that. I should just shut that off. You'd think he'd have better things to do, but this is an important crew. Look at
Yes, it is.
You're very important.
I am. I'm a very important man. Yes, I
I'm
am.
surprised you're one of the 25 million that's on his Twitter feed.
Yeah.
You signed up there, huh?
Yeah.
Wanted to know what was going on?
I did. You got to keep your enemies closer than your friends.
That's right.
Yeah. He's not my enemy. Yeah, I love him. He's a great guy. All right. Anyway, off of that
The
and
apprentice.
back to the naughty and nice list. It's a perfect segue, actually. We have a nice tradition where we go to the naughty and nice list.
Oh, boy.
Right, of 2016. I ask all these folks to compile a naughty and nice list minutes before we go to air. And I'm sure you have something, right?
Well, I'm just naughty.
You're just naughty.
Just ask his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any nice.
Nothing nice.
A lot of naughty, but no nice.
Do you have anybody that you would put on the naughty list for this year? Besides yourself?
Oh, I'm sure I could think of a few if I had a little more time. But off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody.
No? Okay. Nice? Anybody who in particular comes to mind?
Well, my sons are both nice. They work hard, they keep busy, and they're good sons.
They are. Charles and Michael.
Yeah,
Very good boys. Yep.
yeah. How about you?
Not well, I don't want to. I've already talked enough politics, I think, and I'm going to go on
Okay.
to the other guests. I'm the only one not drinking wine. Otherwise, I probably would be, going off on
Yeah,
the naughty
sure.
list.
What's the difference?
We'll go to this guy who's drank a couple of glasses of wine. What's who do you have on your naughty and nice list?
There's no naughty. It's,
No naughty.
I've seen so much naughty stuff at the North Pole in the past 25 years. It's all become okay. It's all right. There's no naughty people.
It's all relative.
Yeah, it's Christmas. There's no naughty people at Christmas.
No naughty.
Yeah.
He's excited about your list.
Excuse me.
So how about the nice? Do you have a nice?
Nice. We don't use the word nice. And that's all right. She's nice. All right.
Thanks.
We don't use the word nice.
No nice, no naughty.
No.
Everything's all just
It's just
cool.
not bad. Not bad. Yeah.
Not bad.
When an elf does a good job, then not bad. Yeah, it's
That's nice.
yeah, nice. So that's nice. No.
That's nice.
Might build a nice wagon, like Santa's wheels. They were all a Red Ryder wagon, so.
They're nice.
Good job. That's nice. You did good job.
Good
That's
job.
it.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
Ralph. Thank you. Thank you for
problem.
the in-depth reflection and analysis.
Yeah, you build sleds too?
Santa is equipped with those legs to clip on two small sleds too, flexible flyers.
Yeah, oh, that's the...
Yeah, he flies, although
No, he
he
wants.
can't stop.
He wants a sled. Is what
Yeah.
he's saying. He'd like a sled this year.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll
Flexible
tell you,
flyer.
flexible flyer.
We still
That's
have
a hell
we
of a
still have a
sled.
bunch with a chrome bumper in the front. They made it.
Excuse me.
That's all right.
There you go.
But yeah, have a one.
Wait a minute. Let me get a hold of it.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, Stella. Why don't you help us out here?
Oh,
nice
boy. This year there was so much naughtiness. And, you go out shopping. You go out shopping, you're walking around, somebody bumps into you. Don't say, excuse me. People need to say, excuse me. That takes away the naughty and makes it nice. Holding doors for people. What's it like when you're going ahead, you're walking, somebody is right in front of you, hold the door, bam, they let it go, smack.
Simple, polite stuff.
Hold doors for people.
Simple and polite.
Yes, just be nice. We need to get rid of the naughty. I mean, certain exceptions, of course. There's happy naughty. Ooh. But we need to be nice. There needs to be more nice. I'm with the Meadow Party. Bill and Opus.
Bill and Opus.
Bill and Opus.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Meadow Party didn't do too well. You want to know why?
Why?
Because we were nice.
You're talking about the election.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were in the Meadow. We went to the Star Wars premiere. That was where we blew all of our political funding on. But you know what? We were happy. We were nice. We were holding doors all over the place.
What will that get you, though? What will that get you, Ralph?
Nothing.
But it makes you feel nice. Whack.
Oh, right. Well, thank you so much, Stella Bell.
But yeah, we just need to be nice. Spread the nice.
Spread the nice.
Spread the nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful
Thank you.
sentiment.
Yes.
Thank you.
And politicians, they're just naughty. They're icky. We need to get the enforcers.
Commandos.
Commandos.
Yeah, the enforcers.
Get them out of here.
They don't have anything to do with politics. They just
Happy
drink it all.
Christmas 2016. Let's be
Yeah.
nice.
Nice, nicely put. And Marcinko.
Well,
Naughty
I
nice.
always try to hover around the entertainment industry with the naughty and the nice stuff, as you've seen over the last 16 years of doing the show. But definitely I want to stay local this year, and I want to throw the nice over to the great Signore, living legend, Stivala. Nice list.
Yes, sir, Marko.
On the nice list, how about Paige and Bob hosting us here in this beautiful theater? The nice
Very
list.
nice.
Support them. Ladies and gentlemen,
Olde Brick
in
Theater.
ECTV land, support them.
Support ECT.
I want to also say the people that are watching the show out there, you know who you are. You're very nice for watching this show and putting up with us.
Yes, yes.
And on the naughty list, gotta go with my wife.
Aaron.
Oh, no. Oh, let me tell you why. Because last year, I got Signor Stabala's cookbook, that beautiful book over there, gave it to my wife as a Christmas present, and she promised she would make me one of those dishes from that book. And guess what? I found it on the shelf, still wrapped in its original wrapping.
Naughty.
So what do you think I'm gonna say? Now look at me, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, Big Red right here, he likes to eat. So she's gotta step up to the plate.
No more oodles and noodles.
Well, you know, she is very good at cooking the Hot Pockets. So that's always good.
What about Lindsay? There's one person you always mention every year. It's a tradition. Lindsay.
Lindsay Lohan. Oh. A good friend. Always had a soft spot for her. But she's been below the radar. Yeah. Thank God. Thank God.
You were
There's
worried
been other
about
things going on in the news. She's been below the radar. It seems like she's getting it together. So we're going to lay off of her this year. It's all good. So, I also want to include my two dogs, Hadley and Cooper, on the nice list because they could do no wrong. They just love you all the time. How many of you have pets out there? Right? We love our pets.
So
That's nice.
your dogs are on the nice list.
Yeah.
And your wife's on the naughty list.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I gave her the cookbook.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
Yeah.
what is she trying to do to me? Put me on a diet?
You want
Thank
a
you so
dunk,
much,
don't
Marko.
you?
Bob, thanks for the help.
Yeah. Thank you. And Tommy, naughty nice list this year.
Yes, well, every year, the first one on my naughty list was my buddy Marko. This year, I am removing him from the naughty list. I'm not putting him on the nice list yet. But now,
I'm on the neuter list. I'm on the neuter list.
now my partner to my left here, Uptown Nicky Hernandez, is on my naughty list. He was a little naughty on the Santa train this year.
What?
So that's that.
Thank you.
What happened
Very
on the
good,
Santa
yeah.
train?
Yeah, we're curious. People want to know what happened on the Santa train.
Give us a little bit.
I'm sorry. Well, my nice list is my friend Stella Bills is on my nice list.
Yeah. Uptown Nicky Hernandez. Thank you for being
What, do I
here.
gotta talk now?
You got to talk now, sir.
All right. Well, let me tell you something, Ted. I've been sitting here through this whole thing,
Ted.
and like Elsa here said before, she brought up a very important point. All right? And it comes back to this whole thing about the list. I'll tell you what my list is. My list is, there's nobody nice on the list, because people are no damn good, okay?
They need to be nice.
Use your own mic.
This is true.
Uptown Nicky Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen. Give me some love. Give me some love. And Bob Velez.
Oh, Bob.
Robert Velez.
I don't have too many naughty people that I dislike, but I just wish everybody a happy holiday and to be nice to everybody and be pleasant with their families and extend their warmth to others.
Spoken. So, I must say, the guys in the band, each and every year, besides being tremendous, the highest level professional musicians, they are all unique personalities. And having congas this year, the Christmas congas, ladies and gentlemen, of Bob Velez, Roberto Velez, Brooklyn, New York in the house. Having this is a great joy.
It's a treat.
And then, you know, Uptown
Nicky Hernandez. Yeah. A
being
legend,
so vocal in his personality to let people know the truth, how he's truly. Is that you want to tell them how you really feel? But anyway, having that.
Let me repeat that. There is no nice. People are no damn good, okay?
And then, of course,
Mustachio.
when you talk about Christmas in northeastern Pennsylvania, there's no way to speak of Christmas without looking at this. Look at this face, ladies and gentlemen. Mark, could you get a close-up of this face right here? Tommy Mustachio Cha-Cha Hamilton. And look at the tie. That says, how would you like to find that under your tree, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, folks. You
Marko,
guys are awesome.
that was beautiful.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Thank you, Stella.
Very nice.
You're welcome.
I
Beautiful.
think we've just about went full circle for this year's installment of Story, Wisdom, and Recipes Holiday Extravaganza.
Excuse me one moment, Ted. Is this going to be on TV?
It's, yes, on
Okay.
TV and on the YouTube too. It's going to be on the YouTube
It's
too.
going to be on the YouTube.
On the YouTube. But I think now what we need to do is say to you out there, thank you so much for coming. And if you have any shouts of wishes or hopes, yell them right now for the next year.
Play some music.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So, folks, happy holidays from us to you. Peace, love, courage, perseverance, kindness, and, of course, community. Thank you to the Olde Brick Theater. Thank you to Electric City TV. And we'll see you next year. Have fun.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas.